Hope y'all had a good Christmas. Hope y'all are ready for New Year's. We fixing to go get started for the day. Y'all come with us on our journey. Alright, so what are we going to do today? We're going to talk about gravity-fed water systems. So we just got some new parts in. We're going to change them out and everything. I thought I might talk to you about what these parts are and then show you how our system is designed and give you some ideas for your own system. Now we use big 15-gallon drums basically for ours, but you could use a cat litter bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, anything like that. We just have a lot of rabbits. So the first part is this. This is a T. Okay, so this is a plastic T. Now, is this the best thing on the market? I don't know. These would be a lot better if they were metal instead of plastic, because this plastic breaks really easy, okay? But this is a plastic T. So basically the way the design is, it comes down from the bucket, it goes in this way, it comes out this way to the next cage, and then this one goes down to the current cage. What else do you need for this system? Well, you need the water nipple itself. And we have these. So they come with a hook to put on the cage, the water nipple itself, and then this side has holes in the middle to where you can put a spring on it. So you want to put the spring on, attach it to the cage, stretch it over to the wire, and poke it in. And I will show you more about this when we get out there. Now, there's a lot of different designs on the market. This one is from rabbitnipples.com. We got it off of Amazon actually. But if you go to rabbitnipples.com, they actually have replacement O-rings and springs and stuff like that for these. That's one of the things that I like about this one. What's the one thing I don't like about this one? This one seems to be bigger than the rest. So if you don't replace this one with this one, your hose will have to be cut where this stretched out the end of the hose. So keep that in mind when you're buying parts, because these the O-rings inside them do wear out, and you do have to replace them occasionally. So we've got a few different types out in the Rabbit Barn, and like I said, we'll show them to you in a moment. The third part of this is the springs. So they send a whole bag of springs because what happens with water and metal, they rust. So these things rust out over time, and you have to replace the springs that attach the water nipple to the cage. So that is the whole system in a nutshell. So let's go outside and look at it. Okay, so we're out in the Rabbit Barn. This is actually what we use to hold the water, and they are on a chain up at the very top. Let me see if I can zoom in on that. There we go.
There you go.
So we had that on a chain to hold 15 gallons of water, and yes, the chain and the carabiner that's up there is rated to hold that much water. All right, so what did we do to make it easier to fill them since they are that high? Well, we got this from Home Depot. We have 4 buckets, so it actually turned out nicely. And then we took some old hose that we had laying around here that had some holes and stuff in it, but since these will only be used to fill these buckets up, we cut out the holes, and it pretty much made it just long enough to reach each bucket. So we bought fittings from the store to give each one a new female end, and then we attached it to this piece of hose that we cut up, and we just ran it into the top of each bucket. Let me show you what I'm saying. So up at the top, now that hose that you see is not the hose. That is actually keeping the chain from rubbing on the buckets. You're not going to be able to see the hose going in from out here, so hold on. There, you can see them going up at the top there. So it's going into the bucket there from this group of hose here. All right, so we've got a quick connect on here. We've got a garden hose ran out, and we just select whichever bucket needs water, and it fills up the bucket. So what did we do from there? Okay, so what we did was we put this fitting in here. It has a screw in on this side that goes into the hole, and you just got to drill the hole the right size, and then it's got a barb fitting on this side. So we also put some silicone around it just to help protect it, and then we put the barb on the hose on the barb. And then because we have such a long run of cages, we needed a vent, sort of. So right off the bat, we have a T. Okay, and this T, one line runs to the cage, and this line runs straight up. And what that does is allows an air pocket, basically, that can, if it overfills, it goes back into the barrel, but it mostly just helps this run to the end of the line. Is that necessary? I don't know. If you just have 1 or 2 cages, probably not. But we have a line of cages. And those on the ground down there by where Ella's standing, they are actually hooked up to it as well. So we have a lot. All right, now, what did we do from here? So we've got the one running from the barrel to the cage. and we meet right here at the cage. So here's another T, okay? Now I could have just ran it over here to the first line and kept it going, but what I chose to do is split it and go around to the side of this cage. Any cage that possibly could have had babies in it, I put more than one water nipple on. Now, we have the T. Water's coming from this side and going on this way. But the T drops it down to the actual water line, okay? Now, you remember me talking about a spring and a hook, okay? Now, this is one of the different styles than the one we bought, okay? So let me see if I can show this to you. All right, so this is what this looks like here. This is a different type of nozzle than the one that we bought. A different company made this one. It's all one piece. This one does not come apart on this part. It actually has adjustment on the end there. You can see that blue inside there. That's how you adjust it. But this gives you a glance at what I was trying to talk about. This is the hook on the cage, and this is the spring. And this is how it works. They move this and water comes out, okay? It is all gravity fed. Now let's put it back on there. See if I can do it one-handed and show you. So you hook the spring on, as I didn't show you. You hook the spring on and then stretch it over the wire, and there you go. Okay? So that's that one. We also have this style. What is this style? This one is one that we are trying. So inside the cup is the water nipple, and it's gravity fed also. Now what I like about this cup is that there's no waste. That cup catches the leak. I like that because we have so much water dripping everywhere that it's just unbelievable. All right, here is a better glance of what this cup actually looks like. We have these on a few of the cages, and you can actually see the bottom of the cup has a little bit of water in there. So yeah, we like that cup. The bunnies have taken to them very well, it seems like.